it was good work. I mean, it's you're trying to evaluate players, you're trying to evaluate scheme, and you're trying to there's some weather issues out there today. All of it was good. It was just good to see where guys can step up and make plays and hopefully take care of the ball. And I thought they did a good job of that today. And it was just a good competitive scrimmage.
Was this your first snowstorm spring game?
Actually, it was not. I've had University of Idaho, early 2000s. I remember as a GA out there, my hand just freezing off, scripting. But no, it was interesting with the weather today. But it cleared up. You got some sun, and it was productive.
I imagine you saw what you wanted to from Will, but what about those guys underneath and kind of what worked for you?
Yeah, I mean, it's a competition, and no one has really asserted themselves. It's been day to day. One guy takes a step forward, the next guy takes a step forward or back. And so I was just rotating guys through, see what they can handle, put them under stress. I made some play calls I would never make in a game, but wanted to see, what do you do on first down from the 4-yard line when I call a drop back pass, and can you avoid a sack, and can you make a play, and with all different groups, to play with all three different groups we're kind of mixing through there and see what they could do. So it's an ongoing evaluation, and we'll see where it lands, but we need to kind of sort that out going into fall camp.
Will you ever get used to the fact that your starting quarterback puts his nose down and dives for the pylon in a spring game?
No. But honestly, Will, we've had, since the day I walked in the door, we've talked about this. He's been really mindful of it in practice, practicing sliding, practicing getting down. Acknowledges when he does it to me that I would get down there. Like he's thinking about it. He understands what's at stake, and but it's part of his toughness and the style of player is, and why he's got a real bright future.
How do you balance that, the competitiveness versus just be smart?
It's honestly, it's understanding the situations. It's the way Paul Hackett was a real good coordinator I was around years ago, and we just talk about the NFL. Like, if you can eliminate 3 or 4 hits a game, times that over 16, 17 games in a season, do that over a 10-year career, you're talking hundreds of hits that your body doesn't absorb. And that's how you got to think about it. When the game's on the line and you need a first down or you got to score, you got to be the guy. But until then, there are universities, teammates, organizations that are counting on you. So you got to be smart.
Mark was pleased with how the pass catchers performed in general. Just what were some of the things that you thought they did well today?
Yeah, it's really trying to distribute it to all different guys, different ways, short and underneath, trying to push the ball down the field a little, all training camp or all spring ball, and just see who's the big playmakers down the field, who can play big body, who can make people miss in space, and I think we've gotten a pretty good eval on that. And there were that was an agenda in the last scrimmage. It was today as well, and I thought some guys shined, and I think we're starting to figure out who those guys are. Then we get Isaiah back come summertime. I think we got a good mix of guys that can do a lot of different things.
Robinson showed an ability to make some plays after catch. Do you have to design stuff to get him in those situations?
He's pretty versatile player. He's very intelligent. He's got a real good football IQ, and I think that every team needs a good separator in short area that can do good things in the red zone and third down and 2-minute and when you need plays. And if you got one, it helps your offense. If you have 2, you can be really good in those situations. If you got 3, you're going to be great. I think he's one of those guys, and I think we have possibly a halfback that can do that kind of stuff too. So we'll find another one, and I think we got a chance to be pretty good in those situations.
Obviously, you had the scrimmage on Saturday last weekend as well, but now that they've had another scrimmage, how do you feel like the offense is coming along, just picking everything up, and how do you feel like that's rolling?
A lot of work to still be done, but I like the foundation we've laid. Getting to know the players, getting to know what they can handle, how far to push this, what our quarterback likes and doesn't like, and just now it's just kind of we can have a plan going into the summer and through August, that first game where we create our identity with the types of guys we have.